Okay, pull up a bike, have a seat, and I wanted to share one of these stories that William actually on a recent post had asked that he would love to hear. Oh, it's actually starting to rain. That's awesome. Would love to hear some stories. So, William, this one is for you, and it's in reference to this tour I did, which is called the Liking Biking Tour. Oh my gosh, it's really starting to rain. I can't tell this story now. Should I just keep going? I'm just going to keep going. I guess I'm done riding. Okay, everything's good. Nothing else. Oh, I better put this away. Just so that doesn't get wet. Okay, sorry. I don't want to edit. I don't like spending time editing, so we're just going to keep that in. So yeah, Liking Biking was in, let's see, it would have been, it was Liking Biking for 43 years. And that meant it would have been when I was 48. So wow, that was almost 9 years ago. So 9 years ago, my wife and I went on this trip all over Oregon. We took our little tent trailer and I loaded it with a bunch of bikes. And I had this little show that I would do with all these various different bikes, like just a wheel that had pegs on it, and then a wooden wheel that had pedals on it. And then I had a uni bike or a ghost bike, which is just the front end bike. And I had a unicycle, and I had this whole little story, just kind of a one-man show. And basically how it went was I just did nothing. I didn't book any shows. I just did any show that I saw a potential audience. I was there trying to work out details to do a show. So similar to this tennis court, although it wasn't raining, we roll up to the small town, and there happened to be a swimming meet going on that weekend. So there was a bunch of people hanging out, a bunch of families just hanging out in the grass area around the tennis courts. And what I did was I just started going around with these stickers and saying, oh, you guys, have you heard about the show? Are you here for the show? Totally impromptu. And they're like, what show? I said, oh, the BMX show that's about to start. And they're like, no, we didn't hear about it. I go, well, here, go tell your friends. So I hand out a few stickers. And within a few minutes, I had basically maybe 100 to 150 people there to watch my show. And what was great about it was they had no idea, basically what they were in store for. I just did a whole flatland trick show, and I had them do a few tricks themselves. And I remember this one. So one of the things I would do is I would invent a trick. I learned this from Robert Castillo, where it's an upside down backwards wheelie bar spin. And how it goes is I basically milk the crowd by saying, okay, let's make up a trick, because it's freestyle. So how do you want the trick to go? Do you want the bike right side up or upside down? And they say upside down. I'm like, okay, great. And I do the upside down. So what about, should we do like forward or backwards? Let's go backwards. All right. And then do you want to like just hold on, or do you want to do something else like no-handed or spin the bars? And they said, spin the bars. So I'm like, okay. So we're going to do a upside down, backwards wheelie, spin the bars. And then I do the trick and I pull it off. And then afterwards we name the trick, and I go around and I ask people to name it. And it's just so fun. I mean, I know I'm kind of like working a little bit by pretending like I'm creating a brand new trick when I'm really not, but it's all fun. It's all kind of part of the showbiz. And they enjoyed it. And I remember doing a little interview with some of the riders or some of the participants afterwards. And the one kid said, I said, what's the best part of the show? He's like, oh, I like the, whatever we called it, the Oregon Shuffle or something. And it was just classic. And that's kind of my style of riding. I love to go wherever there's a flat ground, flat space, and some people and some music. And that's pretty much my formula for having a good time. So yeah, I'm getting pretty wet. I don't think that there's going to be much I'm going to do. I'll do one trick in the rain, because that way it ends the video with a little trick. What can I do in the rain? Oh, it's cool. I got a bike print. Oh, you have to see this. So I'm going to add a nice feature to this video. There's me telling a story. All right, so one last trick to end the evening, and I'll probably call it good. But I'm pretty lucky to have lights in this awesome area to ride, and I'm going to play it super safe. And I'm just going to do one of these. One of these. Okay, what's next? Should I do a razzmatazz? Oh, no way, I couldn't do it. All right, well, that's my Nourie story for this evening. Hope you enjoyed it, and keep the comments coming. Love all the feedback. I've got a list of tricks to work on for the next week, so thank you for that. Keeps me busy, keeps me motivated. I'm getting as much out of it as I hope you are, and feel free to reach out to me if there's any questions. If you want to contact me about contest runs or bikes or what have you, I want to be available to help out. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.